Hey everyone, anyone under the sound of my voice. Hey everyone, first of all, I'm driving. Don't tell my fiance, manifesting. Don't tell my now boyfriend, my future fiance, that I'm driving and recording, because I told him I wouldn't do it anymore. And this is I haven't done it in a long time actually, but I had like something on my heart, and yeah, so I'm probably just gonna use the audio from this video, but and I won't do it again. I won't do it anymore. I won't record while on the go. So I was just listening to a podcast, and it's Russell Brunson, and he's freaking awesome. And he was just talking about how he basically is an introvert in the field of an extrovert. And I totally related with that, because that's kind of how I am. Like, I have to be outgoing all the time, and I have to make contact with people. I have to really connect with people and meet new people, and sometimes I just don't. Sometimes I just don't. And dagnabbit. And it's just one of those things that hey, I know why you're not supposed to be on the phone and recording and driving. But no, it's one of those things that it can be difficult, because sometimes me being an introvert as well as sometimes being an extrovert, is when you're in the zone or when you're in your element, is when it seems, I guess, easiest to be a person who's outgoing. And it's not all the time that I want to kind of be inside my own shell, but it happens. And it's one of those things that, okay, so I stopped driving. So it's definitely one of those things that I have to work on, and I'm working on it for sure. But it's just one of those things that happens, during growth and trying new things. And this is my first time having an online business and using social media to kind of leverage that. So it's like I had, like, after listening to the podcast, I was actually like thinking of who may be a introvert and who may be an introvert and actually have extrovert qualities. And so I just started thinking, and I was like, Michael Jackson. That was like the first one that came to my mind, because he's always perceived to be as shy. And so the second person that came to my mind, I'm sorry, let me go back to Michael. So he's basically like he's the pop, he's the king of pop. So he's a great performer, great singer, philanthropist, and he's seemed very shy. And so he grew. He had to actually grow into that, outgoing person, even though he's, even as he made money, he was still quiet and shy. But he had to find that, so when he was performing, when he was in his zone, that's when he did have that pizzazz, or that that sparkle, like that glitter. And so that was the first one that I thought about. The second one I thought about was Beyonce. And so I love Beyonce. I don't know what my face looked like when I just said that, but I love Beyonce. And so, like, I'm a 90s baby, so early 90s, late 80s baby. So I grew up with Destiny's Child, and I love Beyonce. And so she's always been she'll always say, like, I'm shy, but you get to know me, like, I'm goofy, I'm funny, da da da. And so I actually thought about, her when she had her Sasha Fierce album, and she was saying about how it's her her other person. It's the person that she comes into when she performs. And I was thinking, I said, well, how can me being Beyonce, how can that help me in my business? Or how can that help me become more of an extrovert, even when my introvert tends to kick in? So I was kind of thinking, what are some things that I can do? And in school, I've done theater, so I guess it was just one of those things where I can just, come into, and perform. And it's like, man, that's too much. That's too much. Like, cue, go. Like, that's too much. But I'm actually going to really learn to step out of myself and to be more extroverted even when I'm feeling introverted. So that's something that I'm going to really work on. If you guys have any ideas on what introverts can do to become more extroverted, give me your tips. If you know something I don't know, let me know. Let me know. And if there's something that you're doing now that is helping you, or maybe you're an introvert and you do something that helps you to kind of, sorry, I got the sniffles. It's cold out here, y'all. See, I'm in a car with my jacket on and my scarf on. I just took my gloves off because I couldn't touch my phone. But let me know your tips. If you have tips, or if there's something that you do, if you do a kumbaya something, if like you talk to yourself, or right before, tell me the things that that is working for you. If there's something that you do on cue or on site before, tell me. Drop some comments about the things that works for you, as far as keeping you extroverted even when you're feeling like your introvert is kicking in. And I love to know like the things that you guys are doing, okay? And this has been like one of those things that makes me think, like, how am I gonna turn into Beyonce so I can get my Sasha Fierce on real quick? Like, so I'm gonna do some working on that. And thank you so much. If you're still watching this, thank you so much, because this is kind of a ramble, but a mind scatter, but still thinking of while. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? If you understood that, you my kind of people. But no, thank you so much for watching this video. If you know somebody who's an introvert and they tend to be extroverted and they're kind of like kooky like me, tag them in this. And I just want to say thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.